For you, I have good news for you, and that good news is that oh, it's still not logged in. Just a moment. Um, I'll review that to you in a moment. I have yet another good case study for you guys. We have been doing this for like 2 days in a row, and as you guys saw my Facebook post, the trade call that we did on the USD Canadian. Like I said, if we had given it more expiry time, it would have, done a really smashing win. And this is what exactly you see here. This was where we placed our trade yesterday. It would have been 130 pips and counting, depending on expiry time. The expiry that we got was really short. It was like 15 minutes. So the expiry time that we got, it actually finished hereabouts, which was not very much of a win, but it was still like about a nice 10, 12 pips or so. But like if we given it more time, it would have actually formed even more wedges, uh, consolidation triangles, and whatever, and broken through even more times. So this technically is a falling knife setup, uh, where it just goes down and down and down. And the characteristics of these kind of trades is that these are the kind of trades that the broker typically likes to fool you into thinking that by giving you a very good price to sell a very good price to go for a put, a very good price to go for a call, because they kind of know that it's going to go all the way down. And when it does go down, it's going to be way more than whatever spread they can put in it anyway. So, yeah, this is excellent as a forex strategy, but at the same time, on binary, it does awesome wins. But the real key to doing this, like I mentioned many times before, is that uh, you want to give it ample time. Uh, you want to do it like ample time to. You want to give it ample time to do what it's supposed to do. For example, depending on the time frame that you're looking at, it is going to be going from one support to another support. So you want to give it additional time, ample time, so that it can break through all those supports as possible. So it's going to go from one to the next, and then let's say if it hits down, and then okay, let's look at this particular scenario. All right, we're going to switch time frame. See if I can find that thing here. Damn it, what was that time again? Try and find it on 5 minutes. 17:25. Okay. All right, there you go. Okay, so uh, whenever it breaks out by the triangle, it's gonna move at least 90%, 90% of this distance from the point of the breakout. So not the point where it breaks out. No, not the point where you take the trade, 27 pips, but from the point that it breaks out. So 27 pips minus 10%. So here to about here, 24 pips. Like I said, and I draw the red line. This is the target. Okay, and then what happened later on? Later on, after it broke to that target, it's gonna continue to move back. It may move back to here at some point, or it may go down. In this case, it was a good scenario. It went further down, and then along the way, you notice that as it went down and down, you can start to spot some shapes. Like I said in the charting webinar, it takes like 3 waves to make a triangle. All right, so I'll show you what happened here. This is another one, another setup, and like I mentioned in the past, okay, 1, 2, 3 waves. Let me draw that out for you if you cannot see that. One is the first wave, just putting the point in between the second one. Second wave, third wave. All right, 1, 2, 3 waves, and at that point, so like, uh, and if you go through some forex syllabuses, they may call it the 1, 2, 3 up, the 1, 2, 3 down, but just look at it in terms of triangulation. That's probably the best. And I also said that um, for every triangle that you encounter, it is when in the last 20 minutes, no, sorry, not last 20 minutes, the last 20%, 30% of the triangle that the breakout will happen. And when that happens, that will be, the breakout, and it's going to move about 90% of this distance. So this one's 21 pips. This one's quite a crappy one. I don't think even made that 12. This is like exception. Uh, this wasn't a particularly good setup, but uh, it's just one example. And now later on, there was another one. This was one of the few that actually failed. Okay, this actually failed the setup. Uh, but this one's a little bit more obvious. So the more pronounced it is, the better. And look at this one once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. I generally notice that the 4-wave triangles are a lot better than the 3-wave. Even this one, see this one we have 4 with 1, 2, 3, 4, and then out. So uh, yeah, this was technically also 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there, and then it went out. So uh, this one here, just for comparison's sake, same thing. You measure this distance, 18 pips. From the point it breaks out, you wanted to do about 18 pips, 10% less, thereabouts, 16-ish. So this is the target. Um, that's the entry, and that will be the exit, thereabouts. Uh, so you want to give it enough time to do that. And like I said, I always try to give it a lot of time to go down and down and down. 10 bars is great, but sometimes 10 bars may not be enough. But sometimes more than that, it's going to give it ample time to break through to the next support. So like I would say maybe 10 to 20 bars is good. Now, there are a lot more setups that you can spot over here, and it doesn't really take a genius to be able to spot some of these setups. And the more waves, the better. And what I was eventually looking at, because I did have some trouble sleeping. Okay, so this was one setup that I had done. All right, I entered my position. Um, I saw that I was watching for this breakout. I knew that this was going to be big, um, and preferably look at the 5 minute. Uh, those often going to be a lot better. So I looked at the 5 minutes, and if I looked at the 5 minute, oh, I should probably draw it this way. And then, as you see, it broke out here, and I was looking for that, and then I kind of like was trying to take a nap, dozed off, woke up again. It's like basically tossing and turning a bit. Looked at the price. Oh, it actually broke out and it came back down. So I took my position exactly where this was at, about 49ish, and then I wanted to give it, an end of day expiry, but unfortunately, the only expiry time I was given was um, what was that? 21 GMT. 21 GMT would be about 2300 hours here. And as you can see, it was super, super close. Uh, in the last few moments, I actually had a scare because it did come out to the other side, like here. So that's when I aggressively started to take a lot of positions like that, just in case, because I knew it was going to come really close. I actually took some positions around like 45. That was my next entry zone. Why 45? Simply because I couldn't catch uh, the part where it was at 41. And then in the end, when it finished, it was 51. Very close. I would have wanted to do a 2330 GMT if possible. So that would have been um, oh, wait a second. This is not correct. Yeah, this was the expiry. Very, very close. Super close. Here on the end of the 55 bar. So it was a very tiny, tiny win. Uh, but ideally, I would have given it to 2330. So that would have been, because this broker time is 2 hours ahead of GMT. So 2330 plus 2, that would be 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, 0:55. It wouldn't have been too out. It's actually not too fantastic, but uh, also because the Canadians like out of the trading market. No, this is not. I was just like I was just doing on that Daniel, right? So it kind of broke above, and then by now it is in quite a big range. So let me show you the nice surprise I had, and as you can see, I the last few moments, okay, the early bit, I just took a couple of trades. There was one losing trade, as you can see. I lost this trade because I picked the wrong expiry time. It's super lame. And like I said, I didn't want to go too heavy on my trades because, I'm still jet lagged, I'm lethargic and everything. So I want to keep it very small. I just made one trade and I was like, oh shit, I can't sell it. So I started, okay, fine, I'm going to do like 3 or 4 more trades just to make up for that one. So I took a couple more trades up to here, like 4 more trades. And as you can see, they all won. But the last part, when it was getting a bit scary in the last few moments, I took a few more. So I took another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they all won. So I was actually able to grow the account by 11 times 4. 44,000. So that was quite nice. But literally too close. Uh, so I noticed that if it is in the trend and it breaks out, it's going to give you a lot better result. But I could see that this is like the end of the trend, so to speak. It's the end of the trend. So when it breaks the upside, it's probably going to come up. And over the course of today, it's probably going to come up a lot, but just not yet, right? Okay, with that, let's get back into this. Oh, I hope so. I hope it's money time. All right, let's check. Start my favorite ones. Okay, so as usual, mark out the part where it became a new day. Here it is. Um, Mark out the low. Happy birthday, Bernadette, if you're online. One of our first 10 members. We are on the high. See if I can spot the lower time frames. Aha. One, two, three. Look for the retouch of the red line. Right now, this only has only has two waves. Euro USD is tradable. This one or this one. 84, 86. 2 minutes, yeah. UJ, 20 minutes, put. See if it retouches the top. Okay, get ready on the Euro USD turbo. No, forget it, forget it. I think we missed it. Often when the triangle completes, right, the price action is going to be quite shit after that. It's going to be just sideways. Okay, 20, 10 bars down, 10 bars. Euro USD 10 bars put. Binary Euro USD. Let's go for about 10 bars. 10 times. Let's go for the 1 hour. 1 hour. 3 o'clock. Put. Euro USD. Put. Oh shit! Cancel. Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Euro JPY. 3 o'clock. Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Not bad. Right about now, take the entry. Okay, that's our first trade for today. Let me get some water. So we'll see how it goes. We may roll over even longer than that. It may need more time to go further down. If it gets into consolidation, we'll roll over. Did we give it too much time? 9 pips. Crap. Tell you what, this is going to be the chicken out point. If anyone wants to chicken out, 72. If the bar closed exactly at 72, some of you may want to chicken out. Eating pork jerky, that's why the noise. Okay, so if it closes beyond 70, if it doesn't touch it, it's fine. If it goes beyond, oh shit, oh no, come on. If it goes beyond, then just let it go all the way. %90 of 9 pips. 8.1. Do you have 8.1? Not yet. Okay, let it go, let it go. Hopefully this bar will go more than that every time. And then we've got the higher time frames. I'll look at this one. So for those of you who want to chicken out, what you do is you hit the sell button, and then they're gonna give you like, in this case, a horrible amount of profit. Write it out if you feel good about it. I'm gonna write it out simply because they give me a bad price. I only did 5,000 on this one, quite small. Well, it's supposed to be a. Oh wow, Richard, you're right. There is supposed to be a markup of between 1 to 2 pips. So if here says 738, by the way, the last number is not considered a pip. That's a tenth of a pip. So you look at the first two, right? So this is 74. This is supposed to be 76. And then, so I mean, if this is 74, this is supposed to be 76, like plus 1 or plus 2. And if this is below here, that means we have an advantage. Within the last few seconds of the trade, they're going to mark it up. So in the last few seconds of the trade, when it's going to be expiring, they will mark this up from the 72, and it will probably become a 74 or 75. If it, assuming that it remains here. So this is another scenario where they want to bait people into going for a call. How old is what, me? 32. So kind of like I noticed it's good to go easy on the reversals, but the breakouts, those can be a lot. Let's check out the M15. And just to recap what I mentioned in the last session, when you see like trading shapes, you can pay little or no attention to the indicators at the bottom. Oh, this worked out. In the meantime, it looks kind of quiet on the other stuff. We may have one here. This is the Aussie JPY. Daily high though. Actually, I think this is okay because once we have closed within, once we have a close within the what do you call that, Bollinger One, it means that the uptrend is worn out of steam. Like let's say if it doesn't touch Bollinger One at all, then it's basically just gonna keep moving and moving and moving like within, like you see like this. See, the moment it touches Bollinger One, it's a matter of time before it turns around. Having said that, this was the equal movement. So like I said, 9 pips on this one, and then I'm gonna go for about 80% of that movement here. There's already that bit. Sorry, 90% of that movement. And once it gets to that, it may hit another consolidation. So, and this is not a trend breakout. This is like more like a reversal setup. So, not all reversals. Not all reversal setups actually do become reversals. Some become just simply retracements. So at this point of time, looking at the indicators is when we can get some comfort from these stuff, such as looking out for the MACD to cross to the bottom side. Sometimes I do like to check out the stochastics as well. I might bring that back in. We actually had a divergence one. I gotta pull it out from an older template. So divergence is basically when it's going up and then we go for, down. So let's say when this is going up, but this is actually, on the chart it could be rising, but on our stochastic it's going down. So that's known as a divergence. So at the point where there will be some point, whenever it shows that it's going down and this is going up, the point that it breaks through, which is exactly the same point here, the same mark that we enter our trade, that point is where it would start to wear down and go down. There's one of the early indicators that we used in Binary Lab that we took out. I might put that back in. Let's see how the trade's going. This is still in profit because of the broker spread, but in actual fact it's not. But we have a lot of time though. Best is when it hits the Bollinger one with a pink bar, but it's not hit with a green. And like I said, if it closes beneath, that is best. This one closed above, and then the one I touched was a doji. Is there anything else to do? Getting kind of bored. Euro USD again. I'd rather not though. It's so close to the what do you call it, the white lines. I'd rather go for the 861 if possible in this case. Yeah. Um, middle Bollinger Band, middle white band. Remove this line. Middle white band is here, which is super close. If it hits here, then we'll do it. Okay, set up on the Euro USD, turbo. End of this minute, 2 minute put. It's like almost like right now. There was a little bit of a timer issue over here. It's kind of like, I don't know, it was lagging. Eight four four. You see, the reason why I don't like to trade, the reason why I don't like to trade, I didn't like this setup very much because it's so close to the white lines. This one, I will start with a single trade first instead of a martingale. So I would start with an equal size trade rather than just going for double up. Supposing if you lost. Everyone should get this trade. Very tiny win. AU. Okay, this one is already crossing to the bottom side, so I think it's going to get lower than this. If it comes back up to close here, we can do a call. 695. See how it looks on the M1. Unlikely, unlikely. So in this case, we probably want to let it try to get further down to, the channel. So the next spot maybe somewhere around here. Where the green line is, then we take the next one. Oh yeah, not sure if you guys noticed this big triangle forming. But this could be quite bad because, like I said many times before, if the triangle completes, then it's just gonna go sideways. And also, um, within the last 20-30%, so let's say we have 80 bars here. In the last 16 to 24 bars, 24, 25 bars, which is around 16 here. This one to 24, 25, hereabouts. Between here and here, this is the best point it will break out. If it doesn't break out by then, it probably won't break out. It's just going to go sideways, and it might just go rectangle. Rectangle could mean that the next movement could come down to here, or even here, which is good for us actually. Yeah, this is a shit trade. The AU trade is so close to the white lines, not just on the M5, also on the M1. It's so close. So as you can tell, I didn't have that much sleep. Well, I did sleep for like an hour and a half. Then I woke up, was tossing and turning, um, and then I babysat the trade. Set to like 5 my time. Ha 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 ha. Uh, mhm. Pound JPY, possible opportunity when it hits here or here. Might be sooner than that though. This is one, this is the other. Pound JPY, just set on that one. Oh, we don't have it, damn it. What about anything else? USD JPY. Here, or I can even go a little bit above, like a point. USD JPY. Could take a while though. Oh, do we have that? I don't think we have this one either. Pound USD. This one. This is a much bigger setup. Yeah, I'm looking at the different time frames, so then I might take in a different time frame. I cannot find any context to take this trade, and so therefore I won't. Euro Aussie, no context for this trade as well. It is on the middle of the 5, but it's not above, it's not out to the top of the lines. I would take it if it was somewhere around here, but it's not. Is my Euro JPY in the money? Let me see. If they switch their spread back around, there would not be in the money. But they are still. Do you see that, guys? Do you see that? Did you see what just happened? It went from 73 to 78 when this one didn't move at all. Do you see that? That is the spread manipulation, my friends. And look, it was -2, -3 earlier, right? And now it is now plus 1.5, plus 1.4. At the time that we entered the trade, there was not much of the manipulation, so we were not really badly affected. Um, but for anyone who went in later than we did, they would be affected. Okay, now it's consolidating again. Half an hour. Thinking whether we should do a rollover to give it enough time to break out. I think we have enough time to break out. I think, okay? Because you see another triangle forming right here, right? Quite obviously. The what do you call that? The three swings are one, two, three. Three swings are already there. Now this is like a equilateral triangle. Can break out to either side. So once again, in this case, all right, from the start to end of the triangle, we have 12 bars. So in the last uh, this point, 20% here. This area, the small area, watching for a breakout to either side. Stochastic says bias is down, but we don't know what's going to happen to it. Happens. MACD bias is down as well. At this point in time, the RSI doesn't tell us anything, but what I can see that the bias is down. And if we look in the bigger picture of things, if it does go into a sideways consolidation, it should be down as well. And then if you go to M1, which now we're on M1, the triangle becomes even more obvious. Anywhere within here and here, it can break out to the downside. And then we could possibly get a very big win. Okay, let me check out some other stuff. No, it's not ready. The fingers going up into the shoe. Yeah, Aussie USD might break out actually. Looking at things. Ho! 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 What did I tell you? Between here and here, it's gonna break out, and it did. This trade is in the bag. That's what I mean by giving ample time. Okay, like either you give it just enough time to do this one, or you give it a lot of extra time to break through the consolidation. Just that for this one, because we were going counter trend, that's why I didn't want to give it too much. Try using a key. Yeah, this one's gonna go sideways. Aussie USD. It's a completed triangle. It's shit. Nothing much to do. Just wait for this one. We're pretty much done. Here's another one. You see, when no breakout happens by this point, right, it's gonna just go sideways. Actually, now it might be worth a little bit more money because it is in the money, even with and it is. It's even it's. I noticed that when they remove the spread and it's in the money, uh, the selling price actually goes up. Oh, come on, 15 bloody minutes ago. It's nothing to do. Sweet. Okay, USD. In about 7 minutes from now. In about 7 minutes from now, this is the first bar up. Be in the second bar. By the way, just going off topic again, as I often do go off topic. Um, this is chocolate coated potato chips from Japan. Picked it up from a duty-free store. I like it. See? Potato on one side and chocolate on the other side. Yeah, so the usual, hang on, this one didn't make it for, okay, still got a lot of room to drop. Top to bottom, 12 pips. So minus 10%, 11 pips. Looking at about here, what's the potential? 65. Retest would be the midpoint. The reason why I'm not doing the pound USD is because it is extending the daily low. And it's also the 3 days low. So I'm not going to do that. For reasons that you guys should be able to appreciate by now. Gold USD is breaking out to the upside. But it might go sideways and finish a triangle. Oh yeah, this one, like I said, in around right about now we have opportunity, but it failed to close below. It closed back above and inside the Euro USD. But that's a bummer. That bummed out. Euro Aussie though, we do have an opportunity. It's kind of, I think it's gonna go lower. I think it's gonna go lower. It might not. I think it's gonna go lower though. It looks like it will go lower. Might as well wait till it hits this line. Euro Aussie. Otherwise, this would be a nice entry. But kind of close. I want it to at least close outside the Bollinger Band. Let's wait up on this one, maybe in 5 minutes, so we might have an opportunity for a 2-minute call on the Euro Aussie. My criteria for this is simply to close outside of the Bollinger Band. Something like that, with about 2 minutes to spare on the 5 minute bar. We always take trades in the last 2 minutes of the 5 minute bar. Oh, nice. Nice. If you want to jump the gun, you can jump in now, but I think I'll give it a little bit extra. Like I said, there are reasons for the last 2 minutes or 5 minute bar thing, and it's proven to be very effective. Okay, this one's on the support. Next support is here. Ah, shit. Early reversal. Wait for a second touch. First bar out, we're not touching that. First bar out, we're not touching that. Has to be a second 5 minute bar out. A bit concerned about this one. It's too late to roll over. But it needs more time to get out of this stupid consolidation. It's doing the retouch. It just did a retouch of the top. Yeah, I know the added spread. Huh. Serves them right. When we win it, it will be literally serves them right. Broker got served. So I decided on the downward bias based on MACD plus the stochastics. Not so much the RSI. Watch out for retouch on this one. Other than that, super slow. Euro USD chickened out. Went back inside the range. White bands. Okay, the potential for this trade, in this case as of now, is here. Based on 90% this down, from the point of the breakout, 90% of 11 F 9ish 664. You know what's the funny part? This is something that my mom actually told me about when I was like 17, but I vaguely remember and never really understood at the time. And at the time, my mom would use a ruler and show me. So I think it was probably for convenience sake rather than the pips. She would measure like let's say this part to this part, how many millimeter, and then she would say, okay, we go like 90%. How many millimeter of that one? It should come down from here. Didn't catch it at the time. Now it finally makes sense. When I was in Cancun, Mexico, went to a shisha bar, and then it tasted horrible, man. Uh, it was a typical like watermelon flavor that I like to order, but it tasted really strange, and I would think it smelled like weed. Maybe that brought the ideas together. Like my friends and I agree that we got high a lot faster on that shisha than the usual ones. Oh, come on. Painfully slow. Okay, Aussie USD. We may have an opportunity. Aussie USD, end of this minute, 2 minute put. Aussie USD, end of this minute, 2 minute put. Aussie USD, end of this minute, 2 minute put. Get ready for that and go for it. My chart's frozen. Oh shit. What just happened? Try and switch the pairs around. Check your cell phone. Check your cell phone, guys. See if you have it there. I'm logging into my cell phone G options right now. If you're using any other spot option-based broker, you probably have a mobile app as well. Most of them do. Checking the price. Okay. Strike rate 806. I can't see the damn thing though. I think we should get it actually. Yeah, we should get it. Nice. Alright, let's now see the, what do you call that? EJ. I hope that was enough to win. It might be a tie given the stupid spread. Oh, we did. We won it like barely. No thanks to the spread, of course, but barely. So I think if we gave like another half an hour or something, like I always say like 10 to 20 bars, right? So 10 bars is about 1 hour, 20 bars about 2 hours. Give it one more hour, I wouldn't be surprised if it just breaks all the way to the bottom. Wouldn't be surprised. But a win is a win and we're done. So painstaking hour. Let's get out of here. I'll be uploading the recording soon after this. And oh yeah, about our Forex Signals group. If you guys have not already signed up to receive Forex Signals in your WhatsApp, it's part of our trial. Uh, look out for a post in the Binary Lab group on how you can get into the Wave 3 Forex Signals group. I was speaking to, when I was not able to sleep, I was speaking to Mario, and we're going to be doing like a webinar to kind of like do a recap of what happened over the 2 weeks of trial signals that we've been giving out. So if you haven't already gone on board, there is like probably 2 days of signals that you can still benefit from. Um, and we are thinking of doing a webinar on the 9 p.m. Friday. All right, 9 p.m. Friday. That's what we discussed. Me and Mario. Details will be posted. But just mark that down on your calendars. 9 p.m. on Friday. We're going to be doing a recap of the results that we produced in the past 2 weeks. Go through again about the what do you call that? The details like the frequency of the trades and how to apply it, and more information about the server and everything, because like I think a lot of you have uh, preferred the suggestion that we offered uh, as an option to have it set up on a virtual server so that the trades will automatically be copied so that you can get the best entry points in all the trades. So all those details and pricing plans too, because I mean like 2 weeks of free trial and then this pricing plan, we're going to be giving some great promotions for early birds as usual. Uh, and for those people who were previously involved in like our golden PAM, which was which actually met with some issues with the broker, which is one of the reasons why we have shifted over to to this signals program where you can independently manage it. It's less reason for the broker to come in and mess things up. Uh, so those of you from Golden PAM have special privileges. All those details we mentioned in the webinar. And so mark that down in your calendar. It's going to be 9 on Friday. Pretty much confirmed. I'll see you guys then, and goodbye for now.